Greetings, travelers! My name is Roscoe, and welcome back to Dark World Central. Live, once again. It's been a little bit since I've done a live stream. Actually, about a month ago since I've last done a live stream, and a little bit since I've done a tier list, video. And a tier list video is currently my most viewed video on the channel, so why not combine, tier list with live streaming? So you might recall yesterday that I actually did attempt to do this very same live stream, but, turns out I have the case of being an idiot and not checking to see if any of my audio stuff was working. So, yeah, I fixed it though. Hopefully there should be no more problems from here on out. And if there are, then, well, crap. So, yeah. And I think live chat's broken again. That's just great. I hate live streaming! Whatever, but yeah, hello, Estefano. Welcome to the stream. So, for what we're doing tonight, in terms of what we'll be ranking, if you haven't already read the title, I will be ranking some, select orchestral sample libraries, although with a bit of a twist. I'll be specifically ranking the ones that I have, or at least have, that I have, or at least at one point have extensively used. I'm not going to be ranking every single one that I've used, because I'd be here all day. So I'm going to be, talking about the ones that I have specifically used in my main projects. That includes any DWC remixes or any personal projects. And also, because I'm talking about sample libraries and music equipment, this is not a guide on what you should be getting. Okay? Just want to make that clear. There are better... Sorry. Bad at talking. Great job, Roscoe. There are plenty of better videos out there that are for just that. If you want any recommendations for an orchestral sample library that you should start out with, I don't know, get Hollywood Orchestra from East West, or maybe Nucleus from Audio Imperia, or BBC Symphony Orchestra from Spitfire, or Spitfire Symphony Orchestra, but I'll talk about BBC Symphony Orchestra in a second, because I've got some opinions on those. Or at least I've got an opinion on that library. It wouldn't be the first time that I probably would make some people mad. Yes, I put hopes and dreams and Save the World into C tier. Cry about it. Anyways, let's get to the ranking. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, chat's broken on the screen. I'm gonna have to read off any messages on my phone, but any of the... Yeah, if I were to look at the live chat, I'd have to keep refreshing it. So that's fun. So yeah, live chat's broken on the stream layout. I'm sorry, I'm a professional streamer. Anyways, moving on. Now we have got our select libraries here. And actually, I went back and added a few libraries that I forgot to include in this tier list. And again, these are libraries that I have, or at one point, were my main libraries. That makes no sense. These libraries were, the main part in my orchestral template. So, yeah. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Actually, before we get into it, just a reminder, these are my opinions. If you disagree with anything that I say, that's fine. Just don't kill me over it, okay? Thank you. Now, let's move on, for real, and get into our first library. Complete Orchestral Collection by Peter Sedlacek. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. So this was my first real orchestral library. Of course, the first one I really used was, what? Sonatina Symphonic Orchestra, which is pure garbage, so I'm not including it here. I'm only including, like, I guess real sample libraries. I mean, I guess Sonatina is a real one, but it's so bad that we're not going to talk about it. If you're wondering, I'd put that straight into D tier, because it's god-awful. So Complete Orchestral Collection. This was my first real sample library purchase. I believe it was the price of $189. And that is the cheapest of these prices. It gets more expensive from here, ladies and gentlemen. Boy howdy, does it get more expensive. And, yeah, it's pretty okay. It's not the best. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'll show you, because to make this a little more interesting, I'll sort of play around with the instruments to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Except for the Orchestra Complete 3 and BBC Symphony Orchestra, because unfortunately, I do not have those installed currently. Let's jump over into Cubase, and hopefully, things should be working as usual. I don't know why I said as usual, but things should be working. Not including the free orchestra either, because I don't really use that. I do mess with libraries, some libraries that I don't really use because I can't. Shut up. As you can see, I was already messing around with it. So, Complete Orchestral Collection is essentially a repackaging of specific libraries from good old Peter Sedlacek. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name. There's Complete Classical Collection, which includes Advanced Orchestra, Classical Choir, Orchestral Colors, Smart Violins, Total Piano, X bonus tracks, and X elements. String Essentials, which is basically a more enhanced version of the string section and sounding much better, and String Tools, which some excerpts, I believe. And, yeah. And, of course, the main bulk of this library being the Advanced Orchestra, which is a repackaging of a library from 1997, and it definitely shows. Let's load up the full strings, because... Let's load up the full strings, because... I can't be bothered to load up all the other instruments. Oh, this one doesn't have any key switching, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, not this one. Symphonic strings, full strings. There you go. This one has got... Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's hear how these full strings sound, eh? Try to pick a good chord. I was playing really quietly there. The thing is, most libraries, when you're playing long notes like this, that would normally be controlled by this thing here, the mod wheel, changing from different variations of loudness or dynamics. However, this is velocity based. Basically, the harder I press on the keyboard, the louder the sound is. I don't like that, because it doesn't allow me to transition through each dynamic smoothly. I'm pretty sure there is a mod wheel thing for that, but I don't believe that. Ew. That just sounds bad. The shorts is also a little cut off too. The faster I play, the more the notes get cut off. But if I hold the note down, it plays the full sample. Yeah, can you tell this is a repackaging of a library from 1997? I'm on detache. Why am I on that? I want staccato. Not soft. What the heck? Okay, with this one, the softer I play, the louder it is. What the what the heck is this? Let's just stick with this one. This also, I believe this, I mean, it says there's legato there, but I don't believe it's true legato. Oh, short legato. How can you have short legato? Here you go. Yeah, this does not have true legato. Huh. Let's hear the brass. The brass is okay. Let's hear some French horns. We all love some French horns, don't we? Let's hear how these sound. Ew. I do not like the release on this. This release, oh, I need to. No, that's much better. Also, look at the load. Look how much memory is loaded. I don't know if you can read that, but that reads 12.94 megabytes. Now let's load up some. I'll go back to this in a second. Let's load up, let's say, some French horns from Cinematic Studio Brass, yeah? Look at that is 670 megabytes just about, or 0.67 gigabytes. That's a lot more than 12 megabytes. And would you believe it sounds better? But we're not talking about that. We'll get to you later, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about this. If there is one thing that is sorry, I can't talk. If the one thing that is of note of this library is the amount of articulations. There's not a whole lot, but it does have some unique ones, like Gliss Consordino. Which is just a rip crescendo, but muted. I don't know why it's called concertino. Here's some trumpets. Now I'm gonna put up the X because the longs here are controlled via the mod wheel. There's not really a whole lot of dynamics, though. Some flutter tongues, that's pretty cool. Oh, that crossfade is not good. Yeah, just here, from here you can hear both of the layers. What do the trombones sound like? That's not very powerful. That's a nice sound. I do like that. That's actually really nice. I love that. I didn't even know it was possible to do a trill on a trombone. I guess it's called a lip trill, but... Huh. Hey, Orchestral Library, Cinematic Studio Brass, you got some explaining to do. Your trombones don't have trills. I'm joking, It's not, I don't think it's even possible to do a traditional trill on a trombone because it doesn't have the valves. I mean, there are valve trombones, but most libraries don't include that. They include a traditional trombone with the sliders. And you can't do trills with the sliders because it sounds like... No, hold on. It would sound something along the lines of, like this. Like that. Hello, Kenazerg. Welcome to the stream. Let's move away from brass. Let's talk about the woodwinds. Only flutes and clarinets for ensemble? That's a ripoff. Piccolo flute. Yeah, that, If it's anything, this library, at least the Advanced Orchestra, was used in a lot of, like, video games and shows from, like, the early 2000s, such as this snare drum. Yeah, this snare drum. I'm sure at least some of you should recognize that. What DAW is that? I am currently in Cubase, because that is my main DAW of choice. Although I have used FL for quite a while before eventually switching to Cubase. And FL's not bad, but Cubase works better for my workflow. If you use FL, though, or any other DAW, or DAW, if you use any other DAW, like Reaper, Ableton, whatever DAW's out there, it doesn't matter, as long as it works for you. My favorite DAW is LMMS because I'm broke as. Yeah, trust me, I know how you feel. Yeah, I have spent way too much money on music gear. How much I have spent, I will not disclose that number. Is it LMMS or am I just really stupid? Yeah, okay, it is LMMS. Trust me, I know my DAWs, people. I'm a professional. Is it funny that I'm actually playing Deltarune right now? I mean, this is an Undertale and Deltarune channel. Let's talk more about the library. The classical choir. I got choir cluster? What does this sound like? Let's listen to a blah 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 blah. Hold on. What? Choir on drugs? These people had a sense of humor. Whoever put together this library, the people doing this, y'all have a sense of humor. Choir on drugs is what it says here. Let's hear if that description's accurate. What the hell is that? This is some Earthbound shit right here. What the hell is this? Oh my god! Nah. That's some analog horror stuff. Oh my god, get the heck out of here. Holy sh... That's scary. That's scary as hell. God damn. Okay, wow. Choir cluster. Yeah, okay, wow. Choir on drugs. Yep, you're not wrong. No. Choir, the last scream? Let's play all the notes at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Let's never do that again. Choir whistle? Oh, that's really nice. Oh. Recognize if, shout out if you recognize that. Sounds like freaking Puss in Boots death guy. What's giggle, 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 giggle? What? Giggle, 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 giggle. I love these names, man. My singing, yeah, wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you knew that, to be honest. I'm a bit of a fake Undertale fan. Still love the game, but yeah. Anyways, what else is there? What else is there? Orchestral colors, basic orchestral sounds. That's pretty cool. What? Cancelled? Oh no, guys, I'm a fake Undertale Deltarune fan. No. That's really cool. I believe these are some chords. I like that. Short brass. That reminds me of when I download random sound fonts from musical artifacts and I try to find out how they sound. I did that exactly 3 hours ago. Yeah, this is supposed to be a flippin' tier list, by the way. Moods and timbers. I messed with these before. What's walking in the forest? It seems to get faster. Yeah. Sadness. The Idol. Nice. Nice and lovely. Total piano. I'm just gonna mess with one of these. It's not nice. No, that's not a bad piano. Do you have the Keemstar Screaming sound font? No. I still can't believe the name was Choir on Drugs. Well, it wasn't the actual name, but that's what it said here in this little box. This is not bad. That's nice. All right, let's go to string essentials, and then I'll rank this library because we gotta move on. We've been streaming for over 30 minutes. We gotta move on. Let's do dry. Advance legato. That's not bad. Cellos. What's length? Oh. Transition density. Transition shape? That sounds good. I like that. Cello staccato. That's not bad. All right, let's rank this library after like half an hour of messing with it. So, it's not bad. For $189, it's not terrible. It's definitely dated, but I'd say it's like a high C tier. You definitely have better options than that. But if you got this, like, it's not the worst option. There are plenty of worse libraries, plus $189. That's not bad. Now let's talk about the Orchestra Complete 3. Now, unfortunately, this library I don't have installed, so I have to listen to the demos on the website. So yeah, let's listen to a little bit of this, and then I'll give my opinion on the library. Because this was my main library for like a year and a half. Yeah, I think we've heard enough of that. What's the best library in your opinion? I always will trust my good old General MIDI. Well, the best library in my opinion are probably the Cinematic Studio series. There are some that I prefer. Like the Brass is probably I'll get to that in a minute, but the Cinematic Studio series is probably the best set of libraries in my opinion because they're so consistent and they have I can't even talk. I lost my train of thought. The Cinematic Studio series is honestly the best libraries in my opinion. The sample quality is amazing. The consistency and editing of the libraries are top-notch. The UI and everything about those libraries are great. And they're, of course, the main centerpiece of my orchestra. I mean, I'll probably upgrade at some point in the future because I do have my issues with them. But they're not very many. Turning into that choir cluster patch. Turning the choir on drugs. But anyways, the Orchestra Complete 3. So, I got the original, the Orchestra Complete, during Christmas of 2019. I got this during July of 2019 as a birthday gift. But this was a Christmas gift. This was like $400. The original Orchestra Complete 3. That was, of course, a complete version of Sonoscore's The Orchestra Library. This added some more presets. It included their flagship library, Strings of Winter, which added more strings articulations, as well as a Morin Kerr, or a horsehead violin. And the main thing with the orchestra from Sound Score, or one of the main selling points, was the ensemble engine, which was basically one huge arpeggiator slash ensemble creator. You can create your own ensembles, or create your own ostinatos or rhythms. You can have them be really simple or really complex. You can bet I abused the hell out of it. Although, I guess using the ensemble engine, it kind of limited your creativity. Like all you have to do is just press one key and then you just get like, it was insane. But after making a track mainly using the ensemble engine, it kind of made me feel, kind of didn't really feel like I created anything. But it helps out with someone if you're a beginner. It's insane. And then, of course, later on, the Orchestra Complete 2 came out. And that added some more brass sounds. Included their flagship library, Horns of Hell. Ooh, edgy. Included a pipe organ, some brass effects. The previous one included string effects as well, if I believe. Brass effects and more presets for the ensemble engine, and I think some more percussion as well, but not very much. And then the current one, the Orchestra Complete 3, includes Woods of the Wild, which completely re-recorded the woodwind section. Sorry, I got distracted. Completely re-recorded the woodwind section, included some more percussion like marimba, xylophone, a celeste, and some woodwind effects, I believe. Although, personally, I think the older woodwinds sounded better. The older woodwinds, they sounded more real. The newer ones kind of sounded a little synthetic. I ruined my deltas. That's fair enough. Welcome, Clover and Annoying Doggo. My favorite video game composer, Francisco Foco. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. Said something like that once. Yeah. But yeah, the woodwinds in the Orchestra Complete 3, the newly recorded one, sound a little more synthetic. And I can't quite put my finger on why. We forgot interscode. I'm clever. What? Huh? I'm so confused. What are you talking about? Whatever. Orchestra Complete 3. Yeah. It's definitely miles better than Complete Orchestral Collection. In fact, I'll put it at a very high, maybe a low A tier. A low A tier. Because a massive upgrade between these two. And better sound. Not everything's great, but if you were to get this, I would not blame you. Once again, this stream's not a guide on what you should be buying. I hope we got that covered. Alright, next. East West Hollywood Let's try that again. East West Hollywood Orchestra Opus Edition. So, Undertale fans when Overstory walks in. I need to catch up on my Undertale stuff, man. I swear I'm an Undertale fan. I promise. Right. Hollywood Orchestra Opus Edition. So this was after a year and a half of using the Orchestra Complete. And I was saving up to get the Spitfire Symphony Orchestra, but not this version, which was repackaged and re-released in 2024. I'm talking about the original Spitfire Symphony Orchestra bundle, the professional one, which was $1,500, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, so I decided to upgrade the orchestra to check out East West, and it was the biggest upgrade to anything that I used since that moment, because there's so much to choose from. I think the whole library itself, I think like all the libraries combined is like a terabyte in storage, but it is deeply sampled. The quality is pristine, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's hop into Cubase. Now we are going to, we're going to have to add an instance. We're going to open Opus. So this runs in the Opus engine. We're not talking about Hollywood Strings 2. We're talking about Hollywood Orchestra. So, East West Hollywood Orchestra. Okay, I see. Alright, annoying doggo. Yeah, are you trying? What are you trying to say here, buddy? Huh? Whatever. Let's play around with this. So, this runs in the Opus engine. It was originally running in what East West had, the Play engine. And let me tell you that, from what I heard, it was pretty bad. It was very badly optimized. Thankfully, I didn't have to experience the horrors of that, so, haha. You can also get this, the East West catalog for like, what, 20 bucks a month? And let me tell you, 20 bucks a month for this kind of quality, that is a steal. And it's not like Netflix, where, it'll raise your price after, like, a year or so. In fact, actually, I think originally this was 30 bucks a month, but then it went down to 20 bucks a month. So if anything, the price lowers over time. But yeah, let's listen to these violin. Let's load up the legatos, because we like our legatos. It takes a little bit to load, as you can see. You're definitely gonna want an SSD drive for these libraries, because that will, you're gonna want an SSD drive, because these libraries take ass long to load. What about BBC Orchestra? I will get to that in a little bit. I believe after East West Hollywood Choir, and I have some things to say about that. I don't remember if it's named like that. It's BBC Symphony Orchestra. You're only one word off. Why did I say that in such a condescending manner? Come on, Roscoe! Get your shit together! Be nice to the people! Didn't mean to do that. You have a ton of legato options. You got portamento. You got legato bow change. You got some effects. I said you got effects, tremolo. Another cool thing, Mic positions. This was my first library where I got to experience mic positions. If you don't know what mic positions are, mic positions are basically, you know, mics that are positioned either close or further away from the instrument. So let's load up close mics. My dog's barking. Damn it, Bernie! Just kidding, Bernie. I love you. Just making a joke. Let's load up close mics. Yeah, see how it sort of... You can hear, like, the scratching of the strings more clearly with closed mics. That's some good stuff. It also, the Hollywood Orchestra also combines new samples, like 18 violins, which is new, I believe. Soltasto flattando. Oh dear. Right. Hold on, I gotta calm my dog down. I'll be a hot second, people. So my dog is now in the room with me. Please don't jump off the bed. You've got arthritis, my guy. All right, back to this. Let's listen to what Soltasto Flotando sounds like. Wow, it's like Flotando. So point, trem. I make sound fonts, and I can say with complete certainty that orchestral instruments are my worst nightmare. It's very difficult to lengthen the sample and make it sound convincing. Yeah, like sound fonts and sample libraries are little different, but I mean, sound fonts, of course, are sampled, but sample libraries themselves are more complex. And yeah, it's making orchestral sample libraries sound convincing, not very easy. It is not very easy to do such a thing. Alright, let's listen to some basses. No, let's listen to violas. Let's put on some shorts. Some violas staccatissimo. Add some mic positions so it sounds a little more tight. I hear this chord progression somewhere, but I don't know what. I feel like I heard that chord progression somewhere, but I don't know where. Ah! I should be more mindful. Sorry, Bernie. Why are you standing up? Bernie, I'm concerned for you. Sir, please sit down. Please sit down. I don't want you to do anything stupid. Right. Yeah. That is some good old violas. Let's hear the cello. Let's put on some good old legato for the cello. We like us some legato. Bro is cooking an average movie soundtrack, testing the sounds. Yeah. I mean, I would at one point like to compose for film and TV. Or any other big scale project. But right now, I am perfectly fine showing my stuff with you guys, with my remixes. That's just, I just realized, that's just a Skyrim opening. Hold on, I can pull that up. I believe there's a, solo French horn. Let's load up. You okay, dog? Whoa! You're on the edge of the bed. Okay, please. Child, sit down. Okay, I don't want you doing anything stupid. The legato sounds more like a synth. It sounds convincing to me. Let's do the Skyrim opening. That's too loud. It's not with expression pedal, you idiot. It's with modulation wheel. The strings are controlled with the expression pedal, but in terms of long notes, they're controlled with the expression pedal, but with the brass and woodwinds, I believe, they're controlled with the modulation wheel for longs. I don't know why, but I did the Skyrim opening, guys. Should probably. Now, speaking of French horns, speaking of French horns, let's load up the 6 French horns patch. I love how this sounds. I love getting a good French horn line. That's some good French horns. It's so rich and powerful. What's happening? What? Oh, OBS. Great, it disconnected. Okay, thank you, OBS. Wow, sorry about that, guys. I think that's a sign that we have to move on. Let's listen to the woodwinds. Really quick. Not fantasy. There we go. Orchestral woodwinds. Load up the oboes. Now, unfortunately, the woodwinds are kind of the weakest aspect of this library. This is my first time watching. Are you gonna make more streams or nah? I'll probably do more streams in the future. What they'll be about, I have no idea, but it could be whatever I feel like making. Bernie, you're a little close to the edge, dog. Okay, I'm gonna need you to relax. Let's talk more about the articulations. You've got runs and trills with the brass. I believe there's like an insane amount of articulations. Like, yeah, look at these trumpets, yeah? Rises and oddities. Ooh. Hello, Cyber. I thought Cubase crashed for a second. I was about to freak out. Let's hear the percussion. You got a whole bunch of different drums. I'm gonna load up this one. I'm gonna load up this snare because I love this snare. It's too hard for me to make orchestral music for some reason. Yeah, orchestral music is not very easy to make. I've been making it for years, okay? It is not that easy. There's so many aspects that you have to get right. Otherwise, it sounds like bad. Me when GTA Liberty Stories. What? Oh, I'm gonna add some more snares. I'm gonna do something funny, guys. That's enough with that. Close all. Wah. Serious symbol pairs or the piatis. You got different crashes. There's that. At the end of GTA Liberty Story sounds exactly like that snare. Ha! How interesting. You okay? / I had a stroke. You good, buddy? You didn't even say I had a stroke right. I had an head stroke. Okay. Sus symbols. Make your jokes here, people. Got some cutouts. Some dramatic effect. Timpani. is shorts. Me when silly blue gremlin is streaming his orchestral music. You're calling me a gremlin? I'm a goat! You don't tell me what I am. We've been streaming for an hour. Okay, we've got to move on. Right. So. Any fun tier list? Ah! Okay. Are you good, my dude? Are you good, Bernie? East West Hollywood Orchestra. Straight up S tier. Alright, it's such a good bundle of libraries. If you went with these, I would not even blame you in the slightest. Alright, let's move on to East West Hollywood Choirs. And this should be very quick. I say as I'm probably going to start messing with them for the next hour. It's just a choir library. You know, you got your consonants, such as D. Got them your m's. You got your O's, your A's. Let's do the O. You know what I'm trying to do. I'm not even sure if I'm doing that right. Not even doing that right in the slightest, probably. You got your staccato. Oh my God, Bernie! Sorry, my dog just fell. Bernie, are you okay? Dude, I told you not to do that. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? You know what? You stay down there, okay? I'm not gonna have you on the bed anymore. Yeah. Oh God, how many? How long was that going on for? I'm sorry for the cluster of notes just then. My shelf just fell onto the keyboard. Sorry, guys. There's only one viewer. Shut up. Yeah, my dog literally just decided to jump off the bed. Oh, you want out now? Alright, I'll let you out of my room. You're free to explore the house or the apartment. What are you doing? That's not a way out. Come on, let me help you out. Poor buddy. There you go. Alright, have fun now. Please don't do anything that might get yourself hurt. I thought that was a parrot. What? No, I took... You got your staccatos. Yeah. Trying to do heartache, but that's not gonna work with that. Yeah, same thing for women's. Got your ahs, your e's, your staccatos. Yeah. Find a tier list. Yeah, so not terrible. I'd say it's pretty good. Probably an A tier. It does have its shortcomings, but it's you know what? No, high A tier. It's pretty good. When the keyboard said EA, I really felt that. EA Sports. Alright, back into Cubase. Now let's talk about the Hollywood Fantasy Orchestra. We've got so many libraries to talk about. I thought this would be a quick stream, but no. We're an hour in and we've talked about 4 libraries. Let's go over these really quick. We're going to do 1 instrument per library. So Hollywood Fantasy Orchestra includes some interesting instruments. You've got the violins. They're all in like groups. There's also some more interesting instruments like fiddles, lutes, which are little strummy things, dulcimers, a hurdy-gurdy. It's a fun thing to say. We're going to load up the lutes. It's also got some sustained trims. The harder you press the keyboard, the more pronounced attack there is. Let's look at fantasy brass. Alpenhorns, flugelhorns, Wagner tubas, and low brass. Let's look at the Wagner tuba. Winds. Let's do the ocarinas. I don't know the rest of that. Once a friend who is actually an orchestra director told me, oh, so people pay for playing MIDI files? I mean, essentially, these are real recorded instruments, just programmable to be played with MIDI. And no, this is an ocarina. I don't know the rest of that melody. And yeah, you get the gist. Pretty good. What are these? Ooh. Well, hold on, I might actually want to play with this. It's not bad. I like that. And now percussion. Let's hear the... Oh, there's a snare ensemble. Controlled by velocity. It's the same exact thing. The 600-pound, the Nagato Daiko. Which are just huge taiko drums. Oh, jeez, so loud it clips the audio. Let's turn that down a little bit. You would probably hate the Squid Font Orchestral SF2. Yeah, I probably would. I think I've tried it before and I didn't really like it. It's really good. And then Fantasy Voices of Marithe Soldvet. Pretty sure I'd flip and butcher that name, but I don't care. Oh, it doesn't go that high. Have a good night, Kenizerg. Thank you for tuning in. Fantasy Orchestra. I don't think it's as good as Hollywood Orchestra, but it's still really awesome. I would say below Hollywood Orchestra, S tier. Alright, now, BBC Symphony Orchestra. Now, once again, this is one of the libraries I actually don't have installed. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So we'll have to sample it through the the website. Let's hear how these demos sound really quick. Listen to this one. So BBC Symphony Orchestra is, of course, a library that contains the BBC Symphony Orchestra. Price of $499. On sale, a regular price $999. I got this during a Christmas sale. Oh God. I got this during a Christmas sale. So I think it was priced for. You guys can't even hear me. At least not very well. What the heck? So, sorry about that. Like I was trying to say, BBC Symphony Orchestra contains BBC Symphony Orchestra, regular price of $999, or basically $1,000, although on sale for $500, just about. So I got this during a Christmas sale. After using East West for quite a bit, I decided to get this one. I was debating whether or not to get this library or this library, and I chose this one. And yeah, after a little while of installing, I can say that I don't like it. Now, okay, do not get me wrong. It's not a bad library by any stretch of the imagination. It's good, but it has its shortcomings. The strings are pretty good. Woodwinds are okay. Percussion's okay. But what killed it for me was the brass. The brass in this library is so goddamn awful. It does not have enough dynamic layers. So, what they did is so they recorded it in 2 dynamic layers, like piano and mezzo forte, and then turned it up to make it sound like fortissimo, and then there's other articulations that are just straight up fortissimo, so what's the point? It just, that this library, for $1,000, this does not sound like it. I would probably be less mad if this was a $500 library, but it's not, and I don't like it. I'm sorry. Is it outright bad? No. But do I think it's good? I can recognize it's a good library, but for my workflow, it's not the best. There are better libraries that you could probably honestly get. But I can understand why this one would have its fans. It's just not for me. If you disagree with me, that's okay. Just don't kill me. So this will go into high B tier. Alright, now next up, Spitfire Symphony Orchestra. So, I'm gonna load up the current version, but I do have a story for the, for this library. So, I bought the Spitfire Symphony Orchestra bundle, which included strings, brass, and woodwinds, and the Massey library. That was at a price of $1,500, and after using it for a little bit, I thought that it was just okay too. In my opinion, I think it's better than BBC Symphony Orchestra. Sue me if you disagree with that. But eventually, I just went back to East West, and it felt like, oh, $1,500 wasted. And then this happened in 2023, by the way. And then I found out Kristen Henson, the co-founder of Spitfire, was a piece of shit. And so it's like, oh, well, I kind of feel bad for giving those people my money now. But whatever. I'm pretty sure Kristen Henson is out of Spitfire. And rightfully so. Screw that guy. He's like a transphobic piece of shit, bigot. Whatever. But anyways, comes a year later, they repackaged this library. What I bought was $1,500 and included strings, brass, and woodwinds in Massey. This included strings, brass, woodwinds, percussion, and the Massey stuff, as well as some other stuff. And that cost a price of, let me look this up actually. What did this cost? Regular price. Shop. Spitfire Symphony Orchestra. Oh, this is $629 or $314 on sale. I spent like nearly $900. If I had waited just another year, I could have saved like $900 on that library. So yeah, definitely was not mad about that. Although I guess the kicker is because I own the original version, I got this library for a clean price of $120. So I guess there's a benefit to that. But God, I was so mad. I was so mad when I found out they re-released this library for cheaper. It's like, yeah, I could have waited. I could have waited a year and I could have got this like $900 cheaper. And the introductory price, I believe, was like $400 something. So yeah. But oh well, joke's on me. If I do use a Spitfire audio thing, I guess I do use the Air Studios Reverb, which is where this library is recorded, actually. The Air Studios Reverb, like, best reverb plugin I have used, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So, alright, let's listen to a little bit of it. We don't have all day. I've already been streaming for an hour and a half now. Let's listen. Let's put up the performance patches, because those are basically easy to use. You can just play them however you like to. And it's really, really nice. Do trills, but it's not really working. yeah. An advantage with this library is the amount of articulations that you get. Let's just load up the all techniques patch. Oh god. Stop falling. I need to do something about my shelves, man. It's not working! Let's just see how many articulations there are in this patch. Y'all ready? Are you all ready? Let's just see how many there are. Yeah. Ah! 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 I don't think the screaming added anything. That felt like such a Dank Pods bit. I was even screaming like Dank Pods. Dank Pods, yeah. Look at the amount of articulations. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 articulations for just that alone. I believe the strings are the only ones that have that many articulations. Everything else is like, what? 5, 6 max? Maybe 7? Because, yeah, this amount is nuts. Tasto. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that for too long. Violin 2s, you know, same thing basically. Fill load, come on. Today would... Okay, thank you. I thought it was gonna crash for a second. Thank you, Windows. Consordino. Trills. Cool thing, actually. With the first violins, I don't know why it's not in the other one, the second violins. This is a rip-off! You got stuff like trills all the way up to the third. How neat is that? Alright, Viola's performance. It takes a second. I don't like it when it does that. That's scary. Shelly. You know, you got every basic thing. And I'm just gonna skimp through the brass instruments. The most interesting ones to me, anyways. the basses. It's gotta think. Yep. I believe this has the. That's got some nice low end to it. Let's listen to the brass, but some specific ones. Horns, a 6. I think the legato in the horns is a little sloppy, at least in the 6 horns. I don't know if it's like room tone or like there's one horn that's just a little behind or something, but the 6 horn legato is not the greatest. Trumpets, a 6. That's a lot of trumpets. You would not have 6 trumpets playing in chords because that's like, what, 24 trumpets? Six trumpets sound nice. That's really nice. That's some good trumpets. Right. Trombones. And then we'll go just straight to the tuba. We don't need to hear any extra instruments, really. I like that. Legato could be better, but it's trombones. It's kind of hard to do legato on trombones. Tubas. People always seem to skimp out on like the tuba dynamics. But this actually sounds nice. Okay, well. It could be louder, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. Wah! Alright, woodwinds. Let's hear how the woodwinds sound really quick. I'm just gonna do flute, oboe, clarinet, and bassoon. Not gonna do all of them, and just the solo ones. Okay, there it is. I was wondering where... Why is this one called Total Performance? Where's the just regular perform... Whatever. Let's turn out the vibrato a tiny bit. A little more normal. You know, I gotta put some Shrek in there. What the heck is oboe principal? What is that? I haven't seen this one before. I just see oboe solo perform. What? Okay. So my main problem with the oboe is that, like, the legato wasn't very good. I actually like the oboe principal a lot more. That has way better legato. Shout out if you recognize that too. I'm definitely ripping off something. Yeah, the oboe principal's legato's not that great, because, like, it's a little... It comes out a little more... Wah, wah. See how the legato dips in volume? It, like, dips in volume and then picks back up. I don't like that. I like oboe principal a lot better. I'm glad they've re-recorded that. Clarinet. So your clarinet. Bassoons. No, not bassoons 2. Well, I guess we're doing bassoons 2. No. This one also has, like, the dipping in volume, although I guess not as bad. It's still a little noticeable, but whatever. No, I take that back. It's a little... Yeah, that's just as bad, actually. At least with the solo bassoon. Let's take a look at the percussions. Ensembles, contemporary. Not gonna do all of these, because... I like that. Ratchet. That's a tambourine. I don't know what. Sleigh bells? I'm guessing this is fast metal. Oh, here's the ratchet. Cowbells. Snare ensemble. We love us some snares. That's a snare. Those are snares. Those are in fact snares. Traditional orchestra. Just round robin resets. Cymbals. Toms. Triangles. What are these? More triangles. You have 2 entire triangles. Let's listen to the Celeste. That'll be our tuned percussion. That's a really nice sounding Celeste. Dang it. You get what I'm trying to do, people. Grand piano. This one is honestly not my favorite. Sounds slightly synthetic, but if you do something better than that. I'm not gonna look at the curated ensembles. I say as I look at them. We'll do 2D ensembles. Because I'm not gonna look at every single one of those. We've been going for an hour 50 now. Short. Just stab? Sounds cool. What's Nutcracker? not bad. Alright, let's rank this library now. So, in my opinion, it's definitely way better than BBC Symphony Orchestra. Again, that's my own opinion. If you disagree, that's okay. It doesn't matter. So, where would I put this? Considering it's cheaper than BBC Symphony Orchestra, at least a professional edition. And, of course, this has a bonkers amount of articulations and some really cool stuff in there, too. And, personally, I just think the sound quality is a tiny bit better. This will go into high A tier. It's definitely got some shortcomings, but it could be worse. It definitely could be worse. Right. Now for my favorite part, where we look at the Cinematic Studio series. Yeah. We'll start off with the strings, because of course we have to. Cinematic Studio series. So, yeah, these libraries are top-notch, just absolutely great. I'll play one full patch and then we'll look at the full strings, but yeah. Firstly, UI, simple. It's so simple. The sample quality. Amazing. Although, the strings have a little bit of low end to them, I personally apply a bunch of EQ to make them sound brighter. At least that's what I do. You can do whatever you want with these in terms of mixing. But these libraries are really good regardless. It also has different legato speeds for the legato. So if you want to play slow legato passages, you play lightly and you just sort of pressing really low velocities gives you a portamento slide. It's very cool. Playing faster. Hold on. Triggers are faster legato. The staccatos, the different lengths are controlled by the mod wheel. You got spiccatos, staccatissимos, staccatos, tremolos. Really nice harmonics. Trills, major and minor, are controlled by pressing two notes together. So if you want a minor trill, you press the G and G sharp note together. If you want a major trill, you press G and A together in that example. I like that a lot. Measure tremolo, where you can just adjust the tempo in your DAW or adjust it here, and it'll play like this. Sort of like repetitions or measure tremolo, and this is really nice. Let's do just the default. Marcatos. drums with the marcatos. And pizzicatos with the different variations, also controlled by the mod wheel. There's also Concertino emulation. It's basically makes it sound muted. It's not gonna beat real Concertino, but it's a nice thing to have. Let's just do the full ensemble and mess with that. Oh, this has legato too. I didn't know that. The bass and okay, I thought they were playing in octaves. Never mind. They usually do if you have them together, which I think is really nice. Makes things easy. I want them to play in octaves. That sounded weird. Let's turn off the legato. Just play with something. Oh, I'm gonna sharpen up that release a tiny bit. You can also add your own reverb. And if you want it to be a little more precise, you hold shift and you can really get specific with those dials. Gotta have some airship in there. Yeah, that's basically it for that. Studio strings. Solo strings, same thing, basically, except with solo strings. Although there are no basses in here. It's like a little cluster patch. You can also have Concertino emulation. Yeah, there's a difference there. What's really nice is that all these share the same UI. Also, the reason why I'm breezing through these quickly is because, you know, I'm not really here to look at them in detail. Just give you enough detail. But, yeah. Ooh. Holy crap, that's loud. Yeah. I love the brass. I do use a different brass library, but this is still pretty good. Actually, we're gonna turn that down a little bit. This is 4 gigabytes. Jeez. What's nice is that the articulations are consistent, as well as just this UI. There are different articulations, like instead of pizzicato here, there is rips. Trills. There's muted here, and I think instead this was originally tremolo? Yeah, tremolo. Personally, I believe the muted stuff in modern scoring brass is better, but we'll get to that in a second. Actually, let's jump back into here really quick. Of course, over here you have different mic mixes. So if you want closed mics, there you go, you got closed mics. Let's move on to the woodwinds. Oh yeah, they don't have a full woodwinds patch in here, do they? Okay, I'll just take a look at some of the instruments here. Let's do some Shrek again. That was bad. I love playing me some Shrek. This one has some less articulations, but you still get what you basically need. It sounds like Mission Impossible. Let's up the clarinet really quick. And let's play some Mission Impossible on the clarinet. You all ready? Actually, I'm going to turn up the reverb because I do like having the reverb when playing this part. Normally I would use an external reverb, but I'm not going to do that. Please don't copyright me. Please don't copyright me. I'm just messing around. YouTube bots, don't copyright me, please. I believe only the flutes have the flutter articulation. So clarinets, bassoons, oboe, cor anglais, and bass clarinet do not have those, unfortunately. Oh, and contrabassoon. Some more measured repetitions. The measured repetitions and stuff is pretty weird in not modern scoring brass. Cinematic Studio brass. Or double tongue, cause like down your tempo? Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it? Let's do two reps. Triple tongue. Yeah, let's move back to Cinematic Studio Woodwinds. Oboe. I really love the oboe in this library. It's so good. Oboe player has a stroke. You can control the vibrato using CC2, as well as in Cinematic Studio Strings and Solo Strings. The brass does not have any vibrato options, unfortunately. It has like a little vibrato, but it's not overbearing. It's like somewhere in the middle. So, yeah. I believe we have the bassoons, which is all there is to look at. I love the bassoons too. And lastly, Cinematic Studio Piano. It's very dry. If you put on a little reverb, it sounds a little better in my opinion. Alright. Wow. Oh, there's also piano effects. I have not gotten a chance to use that yet. I really should. Alright. Where you at? There you are. So, let's start with Cinematic Studio Strings. Like, it's a top tier library. There's a reason why people use it. It's really good. My only gripe with at least the Cinematic Studio series, except piano, the range isn't enough. That's not inherently a bad thing, but like, there are some instruments that are like either a note too low or are a note too low or a note too like I'm sorry, my brain's fried. They just don't have enough range in the instrument. Like there are some notes that I wish I could access. Like I wish the instrument could go a note higher or a note lower. This is especially true with the brass. The brass's range is not the best, but you know, you can work around it. But in terms of how they sound really great. They're all pretty much S tier. Collectively. All of these S tier. No questions. Moving on. Let's move on to Berlin Percussion. So, I was originally going to check out the Berlin series. But, of course, the only really other instrument I have is Berlin Brass. And that sounds okay, but it didn't have enough dynamic range, in my opinion. It sounds good. It definitely sounds good. It has more dynamic range than BBC Symphony Orchestra, but some articulations could be better. So, of course, the only library I have is Berlin Percussion, because there's no cinematic studio percussion, so this library is kind of temporary. But I do use it, and it sounds really, really, really nice. And you have a shit ton of articulations. Look at that. There's so many articulations. Look at that. There's so many. Start with the single hits. It's so good. The soft stuff is really nice too. Some rolls in there. Crescendos. I don't know why this is called very short. Even though this is longer than these shorts. I think these two got mixed up. This was supposed to be short, and this was supposed to be very short. But whatever. Glissandi. Yeah, chat's broken, Sean. It's broken in the stream. I can still talk to you people, but it won't show up on stream. I mean, it will, but I have to change windows. I have to change the chat window for that, and I can't be bothered to do that. Yeah. The chat's just broken on the stream, but whatever. Also, you are a bit late, Sean. You're about 2 hours late, actually. Yeah, 2:38. I know, the support this channel has been getting is insane. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sean. Let's talk more about the sign player. The sign player is really nice. You can change your articulations through here. Different mic positions here. Pretty good. That's, you can get out of here. I'm gonna take a look at one instrument from each. We'll do snare drum. Do one snare drum and then maybe some bass drums. Petition for Roscoe to rank every animated Disney movie. No. That's not gonna happen. That would take way too much time on my hands. There's over 60 movies for me to watch. If you want to watch something like that, go watch Shay Frillis's video on that. It's a much better video than I can make. That's a nice snare. Even got the off setting. The snare's off. And then some bass drums. Do some bass drum 40-inch. pretty good. Nice. Mallets. I'll do Celeste. Oh, it's a Celesta. I've been calling it Celeste. I think Celeste is a game. Gosh, I'm a moron. Yeah, Harry Potter. You guys get what I'm trying to do, but... Unpitched metals. We'll go with some good old Piatis. I guess my only complaint with the Piatis is that I sort of wish it rank out a little more, but it works fine. Ox percussion. Let's do ox percussion. I like that. This one has a weird round robin where the notes, the actual sample's like an octave lower. Yeah, every, like... Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Orchestral tools, gotta get on that. Gotta fix your samples. And then we just got some toys. What are ship bells? That's what they are. Finger symbols. The wind maker. I think these are in tune. Drumsticks. Vibra-slap. We got birds. A cuckoo. A duck call. Bro thinks they're Daffy Duck. Oh! Jesus Christ, it scared the hell out of me. Let's do them all together. You ready? Stop! Okay, I think that one's a sustain. Right. Okay, let's just quickly rank this. Yeah. So, Berlin percussion. It is a really good percussion library. It's very detailed. I love the sound of it. It's very ambient because of Telltech's scoring stage. Although not too ambient. It's not like Air Lyndhurst, like Spitfire Symphony Orchestra. But yeah, it's a pretty good percussion library. S tier. Right. Now, Oceania. More choir libraries, because we needed more of those. Now, unlike, you actually have to go into your files for this. So, yeah, hold on, give me a second. I don't want nobody sing, that. Instruments. Alright. Alright. Oceania time. Now, Oceania is more of like an epic choir thing, and I only used it in one of my libraries. That being, the Chaos King remix. Yeah, that's really nice. And Oceania 2. More of the same thing, really. Alright, let's rank these really quick. So it doesn't have a whole lot of dynamic layers because it's really meant more for an epic choir thing. But they're still really good for their purpose. I will give these an A tier, just right under Spitfire Symphony Orchestra. Last library, Modern Scoring Brass. Now, I only got Modern Scoring Brass because there were some limitations with Cinematic Studio Brass. For one thing, it was a little too powerful. Now, I could just, mess with the dynamics and that. But, I don't know, just, it felt like I didn't have a whole lot of control. And plus, when making my Chaos King remix, I wanted to have the horns do what you hear in the beginning of the song, going doo doo, and then the lower horns doing like the trill or whatever. Doo, 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 doo. I couldn't do that with Cinematic Studio Brass, or at least do it convincingly. So I went ahead and got Modern Scoring Brass, which does things a little differently. I'm not looking at all of these. I'm just gonna look at the basic sections. Horns 1. So I like this UI. You have the dynamics. You can change the sizzle. So it has more bite. There's different sustain types like Mercado. Accent. And just smooth. You also have different shorts. These are controlled by the foot pedal or CC4. Although I use the velocity stacks for modern scoring brass, because that makes things easier. Crescendos. Trills. Short. Medium. Long. And loop. Yeah, there's some, like, audio popping with the loop, so I'm guessing they recorded a short sample and then looped it, but doesn't sound that great. Got rips. Fourth, fifth, and octaves. These two notes sound a little weird because of one of the round robins. Yeah, not as consistent. Horns too, which is really more of the same thing. Oh god. You can also control the dynamics of the shorts with this. That's pretty cool. Trumpets. Oh yeah, these also have muted, different recorded, mute, and stopped patches, which are really nice, but I'm just gonna go through the basic patches. Now, what's cool about this library is that you have... So they recorded each individual section. Like, for example, you have Horn 1, Horn 2, Horn 3. It's called Divisi. And, of course, if you were playing with real brass, you would have each line played on a different player. So, for example, if you were playing a chord... You know, one trumpet would play the low note, another would play the middle note, and then the high note. And of course, you have split chairs, which has every individual instrument. So you have trumpet 1, trumpet 2, trumpet 3, trumpet 4, etc., etc. It's insane. Let's just take a look at the trombones. I'm honestly not a fan of the trombones in this library. For one thing, it doesn't feel like that dynamic range is enough. Like... It doesn't sound as meaty as it should. I'm gonna turn off the auto divisi so it behaves more like an ensemble. But the biggest weakness to me is that the shorts on the trombones are really bad. Like, for example, the 16th notes? The 16th notes are supposed to be really short, like do 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 do. Here it's like it rings out a little. pull that up on Horns 1 and do that same exact thing. Yeah. And then go back to the trombones. Yeah, they like ring out a little. Like, to me, that sounds like a 1/8. I mean, you could fix that with a double tone. But, yeah, honestly, trombones are the weakest part of this library. And you got tubas, which, yeah, I believe you have 2 of them. Yeah, you've got 2 tubas. That was some bad playing. Ha! And, of course, you have the Intuition series, where it's sort of a mix between, like, a model sampling and, mix between model sampling and well, just model sampling. I don't know why I said a mix between that. I mean, it's not completely like model sampling, because like with model sampling you could play like, you could just play it as it is, but you do have like switches and stuff. But yeah, let's go back to tier list. So overall, Modern Scoring Brass, it's pretty good. It has its drawbacks, and there are times where I prefer Cinematic Studio Brass over this library. To be completely honest, I'm kind of looking into getting Infinite Brass by Aaron Venture, which is just an absolute monster from what I've heard. But as far as this library goes, it has its advantages and disadvantages. It has a lot more instruments. You've got chimbassos, euphoniums. Am I even saying chimbasso right? I don't know, and I don't care. Chimbassos, euphoniums, extra instruments like piccolo trumpets and alto trombones, which this does not have. But it does have its disadvantages. It's still a really good library, so I will put this in A tier. All right. That is the ranking. So let's just go over that really quick. We've got Cinematic Studio strings, solo strings, brass, woodwinds, piano, Berlin percussion, East West Hollywood Orchestra, and Hollywood Fantasy Orchestra in S tier. These are all collectively like at the top, and of course it just, yeah. Spitfire Symphony Orchestra in A tier, as well as performance samples Oceana and Oceana 1. No, Oceana and Oceana 2. I don't know how the hell I got that mixed up. Modern Scoring Brass, Hollywood Choirs, and the Orchestra Complete. BBC Symphony Orchestra in B tier, and Complete Orchestral Collection in C tier. I might put this in D tier, but I'll just stick with C tier. because, no, D tier, because this is really the most dated sounding out of everything else. Like, I don't like this library a whole lot, but I would prefer it over this. But there are some instruments that I would rather use in this than this. Like the piano sounds pretty good in this. It's got some fun stuff. This has choir on drugs. None of these libraries have choir on drugs. I still can't get over that name that they put in the blah 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 blah, blah choir patch. That's insane. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my ranking. And alright, I believe that'll be it for tonight. We've gone on for 2.5 hours. Holy shit. I did not expect that to go on for so long. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this stream. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Maybe you'd like to see more ranking videos in the future, or maybe even more streams, some more live streams where maybe we could just hang out and talk. Maybe I could play some games. Who knows? But yeah. Until then, this has been Roscoe from Dark World Central. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and safe travel.